The Lord spoke to me in the hotel room and he said, I want you to go Friday night. I said, but they don't have the other ministers come. He said, I want you to go Friday night. There is something you need to hear. So I asked the pastor, I said, Pastor Kingsley, do I have your permission to come even though I'm not preaching? And he said, of course, you come on if you want, but there's another man preaching. I said, I know, I've never heard of him before, but there's something for me in that service. So his name was Pastor Theo. And he's from South Africa, and he actually grew up in the same city that I did in South Africa at the same time. He's just about 10, 15 years older than me. So I was a kid when he was, in his early 20s. And he got up to preach, and he shared a story, and I want to share this story with you because it illustrates an important point. He was a real estate agent in Durban, South Africa in his early 20s. He found a girl that he wanted to marry, but the girl didn't want anything to do with him. The parents were Christians and very wealthy, and so he had just got a hold of a Dad Hagin book about faith, and there wasn't really Word of Faith churches back in the early 80s, but he just, not there at least. And so he was excited about this message, but nobody really preached it. And so he said to the girl, he said, because you can have what you say. So he said to the girl, I'll make a deal with you. For 7 days, every time you think about it, just say, I love Theo. And if your heart isn't madly in love with me after 7 days, I'll leave, you'll never see me again. She said, just to get rid of you, I'll do it. Every time she thought about it, Pastor Funke, she said, I love Theo. I'm madly in love with Theo. Well, after 7 days, her heart did a 180-degree turn and she fell madly in love with him. So I guess faith works. I'm not sure that it works every time like that, but it worked for him. So he wants to marry her. The parents are very wealthy. He is not very wealthy, but he has a good job selling property, and he had been...
That's the power of repetition. Whatever you say repeatedly to yourself, you eventually become. She was not in love with him, but because the guy said, say it to yourself every day for 7 days that I am in love with, he put it there. And she said it repeatedly for 7 days. Eventually, she fell in love. So that's to tell you that whatever you say to yourself, you will eventually have it. Our words are so powerful. And what you say to yourself today, tomorrow, and you are consistent at it, before you know it, you see yourself becoming that thing. If you always say to yourself that I am wealthy, you see eventually that you will reap the fruit of that word because you will become wealthy. If you say to yourself every day of your life that you are unfortunate, that's who you are. That is why whatever the situation may look like, don't conform what your situation looks like. This is not the end of this video. I'm going to post the part 2. So I hope that it is going to bless you.